VdeV Modern Endurance Championship heads to the French circuit of Val de Vienne for its second round. Two separate 3-hour enduros for prototypes and GTs around this scenic 3.7-kilometre Poitiers road course. Organiser Val de Vienne has attracted a stupendous 62-car entry, headed by first-round Harama Proto winner Rob Croydon, the British Juno, and the GT-winning Levy brothers Jean-Claude and Pierre in their Porsche 996 Cup. We look at the prototype race first, where another British car, the Spirit Norma Honda of Simon Phillips and Rob Garofall, takes its second successive pole.
I think there's going to be a lot of trouble in the race. I think there'll be a lot of safety cars. I think a lot of cars will go off. Certainly that was the case in practice. So I expect the race, certainly the first half, will be probably very slow. A lot of cars I think will fall off, and hopefully if we stay out of trouble we'll be in good shape to push in the second half.
Alongside is Philip Heiserbrook's Norma M20F, shared with fellow Frenchman Francois Desprez. On row 2, the top lock Norma of Philippe Thirion and Dennis Morg, just ahead of the best of the Ligiers, the IF Motorsport JS49 of Scotsman Ali McKeever and Bryce Wilson. Then another Norma, that of Jose Ibanez and William Cavais. I just hope the bad vibes have left us now, he says. Ready or not, we want to come first. So does everyone else, and the start just goes on forever. 41 cars streaming down to the tight first turn. On board with Frederic Nicolet starting 12th, just ahead of Harama winner Croydon, who this weekend is sharing the factory Juno with Leslie Reynolds. End of the first lap, and Pullman Phillips has ceded first place to Desprez. Spirit's plan to take the cautious approach early in the race. Like most of the protos, the leaders are powered by 2-litre Honda R-types, tuned to produce 245 horsepower. But a problem already for Croydon. The Juno SSE's front suspension is broken, and repairs will cost precious time and any chance of a second successive win. On board with Philippe Mounier starting the Malti Norma 28th, already climbing rapidly through the field. And this incident, just as Garofall forecast, will gain him even more places. Also brings out the race's first safety car intervention. Wilson makes the most of it, diving into the pits early to refuel. Marc Faggionato is climbing the Order 2 in the Heritage Ligier, only for a rear stub axle to break, giving the Monegasque a fright. Although he keeps it out of the gravel, his race is over. And we have our second safety car. After that, there's a huge fight on for third, behind the IRS and Spirit cars, between the Normas of Britain's Roland Kinch, Greg Caton, and the Spanish-Swiss pairing of Dario Garcia, Karim Adjelani, fifth at Harama. There's the Cavai car currently leading, but at the 2-hour mark, Phillips is still in touch. The team's early cautious strategy paying off. Nicolet moves up into 6th place with a strong drive in the surviving Heritage Norma. Halfway point, driver changes, followed by the scramble to refuel, come thick and fast. To Wilson and McKeever, Kinch and Caton, Cavais and Ibanez. And the Nicolet brothers, Frederic and Jacques. But the car refuses to fire up after their stop, and Jacques is pushed back to their garage. 6th place, fast disappearing. Garcia rejoins the 3rd place fight. But there are still plenty of incidents. Bruce Cassotti's Merlin liberally covers the track with gravel after an excursion, giving us yet another full course yellow. And that leads to a drive-through for Garcia, who passed under that latest yellow. Ibanez gets one too, and that puts this car, the Phillips Garofall Norma, out front at the 2-hour mark. Heidebrook and Dupre are looking at 6th place as the Enduro goes into its final stages. The Vassal brothers, Christian and Michel, are still in with a chance of a top 10 finish as their Norma leads a peloton of similar cars. Best of the non-Norma and Ligier teams is this car, the French Merlin of Julien Abelli and Frédéric Gélin, heading for 5th place. In 4th, the Flying Scotsman, Ali McKeever and Bryce Wilson in their IF Ligier. And will it be Ligier or Norma in 3rd place? That one has still to be decided between Garcia and Ibanez, as somebody spins behind them. Then Ibanez loses it just before the pits and drops back to 3rd. Well, that makes 2nd place look pretty certain for Garcia and Ajlani. Only for Garcia to spin too, handing 2nd place back to Ibanez. Well, for the British Spirit Norma, their 2nd pole of the season is about to be turned into their 1st win. The strategy working perfectly. It's Spirit Racing's 1st ever win, although the sister car of Adam and Jamie Derbyshire fails to finish after being put off the road.
And this is our 2nd race. We took pole position, the race win, everything went to plan, and it's just fantastic. The car, the Norma, it's just superb. It stays really consistent through the race, and we just kept out of trouble. Had a trouble-free run. That's what it's about. It's endurance racing. It's fantastic, superb.
And all credit has to go to the team. The quality of our team is fantastic, and without them, it wouldn't have happened. So.
Ibanez says, I thank my teammate for the marvellous first stint he did. I tried to keep up the pace, but, well, I tried my best. I was tired, as well as not having had such a good weekend. I just tried to maintain my position, and I couldn't have done any better. Well, the British are coming for sure. 2 wins, a 2nd, a 4th, and a 6th in the first 2 races will keep the French on their guard.